Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's about 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and I'm just doing a little bit of work on eBay. Guys, it was pretty chilly this morning. I think I woke up at about 9 o'clock, and it was just cold. And then I came into the office and realized it was even colder. So, guys, I think I'm just going to work around here today. I've got plenty of things to do, and I don't need to go out looking for inventory today. I doubt I'd find anything anyway, actually. And I had a question come from Anti-Groundhog Day, and thanks for asking that question. That was a very good question. Anti-Groundhog Day asks, when you rock free shipping for most of these items, are you generally pricing in flat rate shipping when you calculate if the item is profitable or not? So I wanted to discuss some of the flat rate options that I consider before pricing an item. Guys, there are a bunch of flat rate options available for you. So chances are, unless you got some kind of crazy package, you're going to find one that's right for you. This is probably one of my favorite boxes to use. It's a medium flat rate box. I think you could put up to 70 pounds in it, if I'm not mistaken. Anything you could fit in here, you can ship for about $12.80. Although right now there is a postal increase for fourth quarter. Now these are good for a lot of things, but not everything. A perfect example are these bags that I bought the other day at the Salvation Army. There are 3 packs of them. Each bag contains 10 items. Okay, so as you can see, I was able to get 2 packs in there. Okay, so if I had a 2-pack, this would be a good option if you couldn't get it into a legal flat rate envelope, which I would try to do. Okay, as you guys can see, the problem here is when you try to put the 3rd bag of vacuum bags into this box, it protrudes. You could probably fatten the box out and make a 3rd row, like a 3rd one all the way down, but I don't want to do that. This is where you're in luck. This is the other medium flat rate box. Now check this out. 1, 2, and 3. Alright guys, so you can see those 3 packs fit in that medium flat rate box just fine. And that's exactly how I'm going to ship them. Unless somebody purchases the item in my region. Then the shipping might only be $8 or $8.50. A medium flat rate box is $12.80. So I would probably just use a regular large priority mailing box. So what do we know right now? Well, we know for certain that this box will ship anywhere in the country for a maximum of $12.80. Okay, it looks like a pack of these 10 bags sold on the 10th of November for $16.52. That's about $49.50. So I'm fairly confident that somebody will buy these bags and they won't want to return them. I figure if they purchase them, they already know what they're purchasing. So I doubt they'll return them. I'm just going to take that gamble because I've sold enough of this stuff in the past. I just kind of know. So I think what I'll do is price it at $44.95 with free shipping. This way I know the most I'll have to pay anywhere in the US is $12.80. Now I might have to lower the price a little bit. Not a huge profit, but it is $12 to $15. I might end up making more. If somebody lives closer, it could be closer to $20. I mean, and that could be a whole video by itself. You could literally make a whole video talking about what are you willing to do for how much money are you willing to do it for. Since me personally, my only income is eBay, I'll pretty much sell anything. I mean, you may be a full-time employee somewhere, you got a regular job, and eBay is just your side hustle. You can be a little more picky about what you want to sell. Me, I need that money. So the next type of boxes that I enjoy using are what's called regional A boxes. Now as far as I know, there's only 2 types of regional A boxes. You've got this one here and you've got one right here. I love both of them equally. These are really good boxes right here. I use these pretty much all the time. If you don't know about these are something you definitely should be using. It's a 10 by 7 by 4.75 inch. I mean, you could put anything in here. You could put a little blender motor in here. You can fill this thing up with whatever you want. I just sent out an eBay order the other day that had 2 small post office boxes and 3 medium boxes. And it was that order that I sold for like $90 or $98. That all went in a box. And that guy right there is not too shabby either. Sometimes you run across something you need to that's kind of slim and long and heavy. Those things are great. And the best thing is, you can order them right on the USPS website for free. Well, it's not actually free. You pay for the postage, but it doesn't cost you anything to order them. I'm not sure how many pounds you can put in the box. It's probably crazy, like 70 pounds or something. But if you can fit it in there, you can ship it for a 1 to 2 pound priority rate. So if you got 30 pounds in there, it ships for a 1 to 2 pound rate, which is wonderful. I'm probably going to end up shipping this Mexican press in that long regional A box. I'm going to have to pat it real good, but I can get it in there. This is especially useful, say if you live in like New York and somebody purchases that from California. If you were to put that in a regular box and ship it at like 6 pounds, that thing's heavy, it would cost like 30 bucks or 40 bucks or something. But since you're able to get it into a regional box A, it's going to ship at a 1 to 2 pound rate. So you know it's not going to cost much more than $10 anywhere in the country. And if you're lucky enough to have a buyer that lives a state or two away, it's only going to cost like $8. So that's even more money in your pocket. And these two right here are probably the two that I use the most. This is a flat rate envelope, and this is a legal flat rate envelope. I use these guys all of the time. This right here, you can fit so much stuff in one of these things. I'll put a Wii in here. I've put 20-pound items in here. I mean, if you're shipping like a mag light or something, you can get it in here. If the mag light's a little bit taller and won't fit in here, you could probably get it in here. This is longer. Costs about 30 or 40 cents more to print the label on that. But these are really good. It's a flat rate envelope and legal flat rate envelope. And it cost me, I think it's $6.92 now for one of these and $7.33. But the prices are up right now because it's the fourth quarter and they went up, but it's still a good value. And you can visit us at USPS.com. Order free supplies online. Now the next two boxes are not flat rate boxes, but I do use them all the time. I like them because they're lighter, so they keep the weight down. Yeah, that's the shoebox box. It's also good for like long items. Sometimes I'll take two of these and put them together, and they work out really well. So I use that quite a bit. I think it's only like 5 or 6 ounces for like smaller things. Maybe if it's like a small 1.5 pound item, I'll put it in here, and they don't weigh much. The biggest thing to remember is you want to keep things at a 1 to 2 pound rate, because if you have something that goes over 2 pounds and you live in California, it's going to cause that $10 rate to go to about $14, $15. It doesn't really matter if somebody lives close to you, then it's only a few cents more. Basically, it's going to keep the price down, so you're going to have a bigger audience. People from California may buy it from you because the shipping isn't so high. And there may even be more flat rate boxes that I don't even know about. I think there's a B box, but I don't think I've ever shipped anything in one of those. It's not quite big enough. There's also a large priority box, flat rate box, that I think it's like $17 or $18 to ship. And it's not even that much bigger. It's even smaller than a box 7, which I use quite often. But if I left something out, feel free to ask me and I'll be happy to answer. So just a few things to remember. Try to keep the boxes below 2 pounds and below 12 by 12 by 12. If it's over 12 by 12 by 12, the cost of shipping starts going up big time. And one thing I'll touch on another video if you guys want is how to use UPS or FedEx. For larger, heavier items, I generally use FedEx because it can be a third or a quarter of the price of what USPS charges in some cases. All those mailboxes that I shipped, they all went UPS because in that instance it was cheaper to ship with UPS than it was FedEx. USPS wouldn't have been an option. I think it was last year the Postal Service went up big time on their dimensions and weights and things. And what used to be okay to ship got very expensive. So now basically everyone just uses FedEx. Like if I were to sell a food processor motor for like 30 bucks or something, it would probably cost 50 or 60 bucks to ship it USPS priority. Maybe like 45 ground. But to send it FedEx, it'd probably be like $26 or $24 or something. So there's definitely value in using FedEx. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, about 11 a.m., and I'm just getting the orders that sold over the weekend ready to be packed. I figured I'd take you along and show you guys what sold. So the first thing that sold was this vintage 4-cup gravy skimmer, and I picked that up at Savers for a couple dollars. I might have even got it for less than $1. It sat for a while, but it sold for $15.95. I think what I'll do to make it easier is I'll just tell you the price, and if there was shipping on top, I'll also mention that as well. But I think it gets really repetitive to say plus shipping, plus shipping, plus shipping. So I guess just assume that it's free shipping unless I mention that the buyer also paid shipping. And then there was this part to a Playmobil set that I got from the Journey thrift store for free. And that sold for $12 shipped. It took several months to sell, probably 6. And then a buyer came in and purchased a copy of The Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link, and he paid a total of $89.90 for those two. Now these boots took over a year to sell as well. I think I listed these things last July 2019. And I had watchers and watchers and watchers, and somebody finally came in and bought them at $25 plus $11.55 shipping. And I think I purchased those for $3 at a garage sale. Then we got this Sony CPA-11 being sold as is, and that sold for $7 even. And then I showed you this coin sorter kit that I bought last week. I listed that, and somebody bought it almost immediately for $19.95. And then we have this base and power cable for a West Bend 4-quart cooker. That took a while to sell, probably about 6 months, but it sold for $12.50 plus shipping. And then we got this Dyson DC07 vacuum cleaner filter cover. I think I listed that last December, and it sold for $10. And this is an Omega Juicer sieve strainer. And I bought the Omega last week and listed the parts. I had this listed for $15, but a buyer asked me if I'd take $12, and I said yes. So there definitely weren't a lot of great sales this weekend. There were just some little bread and butter items and whatnot. Nothing to write home to mom about. But that's okay, guys. Remember, most of your eBay sales are going to be smaller items. That's just part of the game. So what I think I'm going to do is just pack these orders up and get them ready for Richard to pick up. And I've got a lot of listing to do today, guys, and I haven't even prepped any of it. So I think what I'll do is start listing, and then I'm going to edit some video, and I'm going to try to come up with some ideas for a new video. Hey guys, if you were having a hard time keeping up with that priority shipping talk that I was doing a while back, let me know. You know, it's really hard for me to explain it because I'm not used to explaining it, and so I get a little bit confused sometimes. I just kind of know what to do because I've been doing this since 2013. So I've had a lot of experience, and I know what to use, how to ship. But if you have questions and I miss something, I'll be happy to answer. And to the valued viewer to ask this question, I appreciate it, and I hope this was helpful. We'll talk to you guys soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe.